going on, everyone? It's your guy, Cole Jackson, back with another episode of the Film Room, where we're going to be diving into the question of how are the Baltimore Ravens suddenly drawing defensive pass interference? If you're enjoying all the film breakdowns on the channel and you want more, go ahead and click the like button, hit subscribe so you can find your way back. Before we get into it, I want to take a second to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of the 2021 Film Room series. It's our friends over at the Flavor Cupcake Cream Bake Shop, Harford County's sweetest bake shop, and the winners of season 4 of Cupcake Wars on the Food Network, so you know they're legit. Flavor specializes in freshly baked cupcakes and many other sweet treats, as well as La Colombe coffee and espresso drinks. Be sure to check them out at the link below. Now, let's talk about defensive pass interference, something that has been rare for the Baltimore Ravens since Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. 2020, Baltimore had the second fewest with 3 defensive pass interference calls that benefited them all year. To compare, Tampa Bay had an absurd 27. It was a bit of an outlier, and Pittsburgh and Miami were tied in second with 19 drawn all year, but it kind of shows you the difference between having 3 and having 19. These can be huge gains, anywhere between obviously any yardage, but sometimes you're getting up in the 20, 30 yards of offensive yardage added for you. Go back to 2019 when this offense was unstoppable in the regular season, let's call it. They only drew 2, dead last, and the highest that year was 16 by the Chargers, and Pittsburgh was second at 15. So that's 5 defensive pass interferences in 2019 and 2020. Now enter 2021. The Ravens had 0 going into week 9. Since week 9, so the game is against the Vikings, Dolphins, and the Bears. They've drawn 4. 3 of them by Rashad Bateman, 1 of them by Marquise Brown. So it's something that's emerged with this offense, something that's been a little bit different, and it's directly benefited the team. Rashad Bateman's call that he got in the Vikings game led to a touchdown. There were one of the ones in the Miami game that got them going, even though they ended up losing. So these are having a significant impact, as they usually do for scoring offenses. So it's something, because I think you'll see when we get into the film here, you're going to see particularly Rashad Bateman. We're going to start with his 3, and then we'll look at Hollywood Browns at the end. But it's not just the fact that Rashad Bateman has entered the lineup coming off of his injury and is drawing defensive pass interference calls. It's how he's doing it, because they're all in different ways, and it's really showing some of what he brings to the table in terms of a skill set, and why I think his upside is so high. So without further ado, let's get right into the film. Let's start with the Vikings game. So we'll run the play and then we'll break it down. Rashad Bateman's at the top of your screen on this one. So right here, you're going to see, we'll see it on the other angle. You're going to see a bad pass off between the right guard and the right tackle. That's Zietler and Phillips. Lamar's going to have to roll out right. And you're going to see Rashad Bateman extend the play. So let's run it through and then we'll come back. Ends up downfield. Nice throw. Tough throw on the run. Okay, so let's see what Rashad Bateman does here. So Bateman's initial route, he's going to come out, and it's just a deep crosser. He gets to the 40-yard line. He breaks. Hollywood and Bateman are kind of just exchanging deep crossers here. This is your typical, it's part of Roman's design with levels concepts. They're going to, use these two to kind of create traffic and get a guy open. But what impresses me is, as Lamar extends the play because of the pressure, Bateman's going to look upfield right here. So he's seen that Lamar has had to scramble, and watch his angle change here as he starts to attack the closer side safety. He just moves upfield. And so what this is great spatial awareness. And this is something that has impressed me so much with Rashad Bateman, is his ability to kind of find soft spots in zone coverage, his ability to kind of adjust. Because, they see so much zone that your ability to kind of see that open space and improvise, especially because we've seen Lamar Jackson running out of the pocket so much, it's critical. And so I like right here, he starts to bend right there, and he just works his way upfield. So I think working upfield is so important, and that usually you'll hear the term, we need to work back to the quarterback. And in some cases that's true, but you can see Bateman look back at the line of scrimmage and see him. He's looking right here, and he's seeing Lamar scramble, and there's nobody here, right? So working back to him doesn't necessarily make sense when you got one, two, three receivers in his zone. So he's going to extend it out, and he gives Lamar Jackson a chance. If Lamar didn't have to throw this on the run, and I mean, he throws this from the 50, that goes 45 air yards. So, I mean, obviously the ideal here is he leads him into the end zone. But, that's not an easy throw. 45 air yards on the run. He's running off. He basically throws it off of his front foot. Heck of our arm strength from Lamar. But, Bateman stays focused, gets up for it. And it's really, I think we can see it a bit better on the angle where he fights for the ball at the end. So you'll see here from Zietler and Phillips just a poor pass off on the twist. Zietler just misses it. Recovers well, gives Lamar a chance, and then here you'll see he just fights for it, right? And so that's what's important to me for Bateman on this play. Not only was it good spatial awareness to get open, gets up for the ball, draws the contact. This ended up setting up the Devontae Freeman touchdown to end the second half. So heck of a play from Bateman, and now we're going to see the two from the Bears game. So in this one, he's at the bottom of the field here, and like I just said, so what we just saw on that last play was spatial awareness and his ability to get up for the ball. Now we're going to see him use his release to draw the interference. So watch his release here. Jump cut, and he's gone. Like that, he just absolutely defeats. And remember here, they're in single high. So he's just got one guy to beat. Safety ends up coming over, but I'm assuming this corner is probably panicking off the release and is more inclined to do the grab because he knows he only has one safety back there. And so, I mean, not a whole lot. Yeah, like that was. I love how Bateman called for that too. Let's see if we can get a better angle on it here when the ball comes in. We can't see his release. Like that. That's just. God, his release is nasty. Boom, boom, gone. Release gets held. That safety was coming, but I think if he doesn't get held up there, he's probably catching that. He could be gone. Safety's probably making a tackle on the ball, actually. Yeah. I think this was the one where they said on the broadcast it might have been overthrown, but he did enough to get the call. Because that's kind of the question, right? Because he gets contact, right? So would he have ran into the ball when he's in full stride? I think that's kind of the debate that has to be had there. But still, heck of a play. So again, we've now seen good spatial awareness, getting up for the ball. Then we see a release, and now we're going to see his route running and how he creates the call here. So on this play, he is top of the field or top of the screen here beside Andrews. And this is just good route running. So he's going to fake outside and then cut up. And it's right there. Did you see that? Because this is what, a lot of people compared him coming out to a Keenan Allen with his ability to use his footwork, his short area quickness to kind of create that separation. And that's what he does here. And boom, he's gone. And then he just draws it there. And I mean, kudos to him here because he actually breaks up the pass, but it's his route running that opens this. He's going to challenge him outside. See how he gets the corner to flip his hips. He's basically making this corner think, all right, I'm going to take inside leverage on him, and then he just blows by him with that extra footwork. Corner has to turn. Doesn't see the ball. Safety came over on the help, which was good for him. It's kind of interesting to see Bateman draw the safety on this one. But, just great work. So that's 3 plays, 3 defensive pass interferences, and they've all come in a different way. I don't think we can see anything from the end zone angle. I don't know, maybe actually. Let's see. No, he's outside of the screen. Just the target, which just doesn't show us much. Nice breakup of the pass. So that's 3 pass interference calls drawn by Bateman, all done in 3 different ways, showing 3 different skill sets that he has, 3 different ways to beat a guy, improvising spatial awareness, using his long speed to get downfield, going up fighting for the ball, using a nasty release where he just kind of quick cuts the guy and then he gets the space. And because of the type of defense they're playing, he's more inclined to get some jersey to prevent that big play. And then a third, he just uses some nasty footwork and route running. Just great work by Bateman. And then we have a bonus. We got Hollywood Brown's pass interference. And so this is going to be very similar to the one we just watched from Rashad Bateman, where he's going to, use some stutter steps to get Xavier I think, Howard's 25. It's Howard or Byron Jones. But he's going to get him to work, I think, inside on him on this one. See how he cuts there? So he gets him to kind of commit inside, and then he just blows by, and you see the little grab from the corner there. So yeah, this was the one that everyone was complaining about with was this even catchable? But it's kind of the same concept. But you'll see Hollywood just kind of stack them here, get him inside, and then boom, use that speed. So this is one of the subtle details with Hollywood Brown's game that I saw this in his Oklahoma film that I don't think got enough love. Was his ability to use his route running skills to kind of set up these deeper targets, and why I thought he projected as just more than just a deep threat. And it's his ability to kind of get him working inside, sell that kind of inside route, and then just blow by him with some insane speed. Great work by Hollywood there, and we won't see anything from the end zone angle. So, that's really, it kind of shows both guys using different ways to beat a defender, but it's really bringing back those defensive pass interference calls. They can add so much yardage to your offense. And it just creates more dangerous receivers. So, I guess the key highlight here, if you're wondering what I should take away from this, for me, it's not just that Bateman drew those, it's how he drew them, using 3 different techniques, 3 different ways. It just shows how expansive he is as a rookie, to have all those tools in his toolbox. So that's all I have for you today. This is a quick one, but I'm going to start working on some of these shorts. Drop a comment down below. Is this kind of what you guys are looking for? 10 to 12, 15-minute range for film breakdowns, kind of focusing on something, or do you kind of like the longer ones? Drop a comment down below. Let me know. And happy holidays, everyone. I know it's American Thanksgiving down there. So, have a blast with your families this weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy the long weekend. Yes, I have my Christmas tree up. No, I don't care if you guys don't like it. We get her up after Remembrance Day or Veterans Day up here. So, that's just how I roll. So peace and love to everyone. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out.